The Coyote Twin, Vermilion's downtown theater. Providing entertainment Thursdays through Sundays.
Tonight, there's a new veterinarian clinic in Vermilion.
We'll have that and more coming up. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Welcome to Coyote News. I'm Sydney Colin.
And I'm Kylie Moore. We'll also hear from a local organization trying to combat poverty. But first, for the fourth year in a row, a bill regarding free school lunches has been brought before South Dakota legislators. It is gaining more traction this year. House Bill 1082 would invest just under $600,000 of state money to cover the costs of those on reduced federal meal plans. Supporters of the bill have cited the improved learning, behavioral, and health factors of the proposal. Those against have cited the lack of aid to those just above the poverty line. House Bill 1082 recently passed the Senate Education Committee on a 5-2 vote and will now be debated on the full Senate floor.
Another bill gaining a lot of attention is House Bill 1313. This bill would not allow abortion providers to have any association with the content that is selected to teach about pre-birth development. The legislation requires schools to use a predetermined video depicting life before birth. Those who oppose the bill say that the video is scientifically inaccurate and has been condemned by leading medical authorities, such as the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Those supporting the bill say that the science in the video is factual, and in their words, abortion-minded organizations should not be able to influence the process of science.
In campus news, it was announced on Tuesday that there will be no classes April 3rd or April 6th. In an email to students and staff, Governor Larry Roden said that the state's executive branch will be granted administrative leave for the Good Friday and Easter Sunday holidays. The same leave is offered to leave-eligible South Dakota Board of Regents employees.
Following recent burglaries in dorms and cars, campus police are urging students to lock their doors. Officers say that many of the incidents involve unsecured property and that prevention is key to keeping campus safe. Beyond property crime, police say looking out for one another is just as important.
When we talk about safety tips, I think it's really important that we remember the fact that the victim's never to blame. The only person to blame for a crime is the perpetrator, but there are things that we can do to help protect each other. You know, when we look at the concept of yotes protecting yotes, we need to be that strong yote family and look out for each other.
Police also encourage students to stay alert in parking lots and download the Everbridge Safety app as part of the Protect Yotes initiative.
The Lewis and Clark Veterinary Clinic out of Yankton has expanded to Vermilion, giving pet owners another option for animal care in the community. As of now, the clinic offers routine checkups, vaccinations, and other general veterinary services. Mary Green is a veterinarian at the clinic and says building strong connections between pets and their owners is at the heart of the expansion.
The human-animal bond is such an amazing thing, and so if we can help keep pets healthier for longer by providing care a little bit closer to home, you know, that will make a lot of difference for a lot of pets and people.
This is currently the only veterinary clinic in Vermilion. The new location is at 306 Bauer Street and is currently operating Tuesdays and Thursdays each week, with hopes to expand availability in the future. To make an appointment at the Vermilion location, pet owners can call the Lewis and Clark Veterinary Clinic using the same phone number listed for its Yankton office.
Music enthusiasts have a new outlet for discussion with the AV Album Club. The club picks a new album every month to listen to before coming together for a discussion. The group views themselves as a book club for music. They have been critiquing music together for about 6 months. Joe Reyes started the club to get more people to listen to full albums and not just single songs.
When I was younger, I used to listen to albums all the way through, and so I thought, let's do that and see if anybody else wants to do it. And it's been nice because there's been a good group of people who come.
The club decides their next album as a group based on members' interest. They try to focus on listening to a variety of newer albums. The AV Album Club meets on the first Tuesday of every month with next month's album by the Mountain Goats.
Tomorrow night is Spectrum's professional spring drag show. The show will feature dance, lip sync, and choreographed acts by local professionals. The drag show begins at 7 and the doors open at 6:30. There is no admission fee, but all attendees must have an ID verifying that they are 18 or older.
Coming up, Greek Week is in full swing. We'll preview tomorrow's main event after the break. You're watching Coyote News.
is Coyote News.
State data shows that Clay County is experiencing some of the highest poverty rates in South Dakota. Coyote News' Mohammed is live in the muck to hear from a local group trying to help. Mohammed.
Thank you, Sydney. I'm here with Kelsey Collier, who is the director of the United Way. Kelsey, thank you so much for joining us. Could you tell us a little bit about why the poverty rate here in Vermilion is so high after Pine Ridge compared to the other areas in the state?
So what a lot of people don't realize is that Clay County does have the highest poverty rate of any county in South Dakota that doesn't contain a reservation. And so the reasons for that, I think, are manyfold. A lot of it has to do with the fact that the university is really our one industry, and it creates a lot of service jobs that aren't necessarily great paying. There's probably a lot of other complicated reasons, but it's definitely something that affects our community.
And what is the for someone living in Vermilion or Clay County facing these hardships?
The things that we see the most are folks that are struggling with housing costs, folks that are struggling with food insecurity, childcare costs, those big things that really dominate the family budget that really can't be cut down. And we know that housing burden, and that's the percentage that somebody pays like for their rent or their mortgage, is highest in Clay County of anywhere in South Dakota.
And what does United Way of Vermilion do in the community to alleviate these concerns or needs?
So we come at it 3 different ways. Number one, we do community grants to about 20 different organizations that serve the community. Number 2, we have a number of programs ourselves, including a diaper bank, a bed bank, and a bike program. And then probably the largest thing is we operate the Community Connection Center, which is a one-stop social services hub downtown that contains a lot of different aid programs.
And you just mentioned the Community Connection Center, and there's another program called the Feeding Vermilion. And out of these 2 programs, what have been the most impactful out of these 2?
So we work together very closely. United Way of Vermilion and Feeding Vermilion are kind of two hands of the same body. So the Community Connection Center houses Feeding Vermilion, and that's your Vermilion food pantry, that's your backpack program, that's your welcome table community meal. And so we provide the space for all of those things to happen, the staff to be able to carry them out, and then Feeding Vermilion is going to be the one that works with Feeding South Dakota to bring in the actual food.
And what are some of the challenges you guys still face in addressing these concerns or needs?
Well, right now, one of the biggest challenges is that the need is really just outpacing what we're able to do. Back in November, when there was a freeze on SNAP funding, we were really struggling because there's just no way that a food pantry can make up for what benefit services do. And so we're always a little bit behind trying to do our best to meet the needs of the community. But luckily, we also have an incredibly generous community that shows up with food, that shows up with money, and shows up with volunteers.
How can a local resident or someone in the university community help out in these? How can we get connected to you?
So we're always looking for volunteers, and we do have a lot of university students, staff, and faculty who volunteer. You can give money, of course, and you can bring food down. We're just right across from the post office at 9 Court Street, so if you're interested, just stop by.
Thank you, Kelsey. Live from the muck, I'm Mohammed.
Thanks, Mohammed. If you'd like to donate to United Way of Vermilion, head to their website, unitedwayofvermilion.org.
Black History Month wrapped up on Saturday, and Women's History Month began on Sunday. To honor both months, the Graduate and Professional Student Association is partnering with the Coyote Twin Theater to show Harriet. Harriet is a biographical film covering the story of Harriet Tubman and her involvement in the Underground Railroad. The showing is next Monday at 7, and tickets are free.
Spring is almost upon us, and the Nepalese Student Association is putting together a celebration this weekend. The Holi Festival, also known as the Festival of Colors and the Festival of Love, marks the arrival of spring and the victory of good over evil in Hindu faith. The Holi Bash will feature music, dancing, snacks, and a water fight. It starts this Saturday at noon and runs until 4. Admission is free for students.
Sorority and Fraternity Life is hosting their annual Greek Week on campus. Coyote News' Quinn Masick talked with Greek leaders about what's in store for the rest of the week.
Hunter Post is the current IFC president, and his Greek journey began when he joined Phi Delta Theta his freshman year.
Greek life has just really gave me a good bonding sense. I met a lot of people through it. I've been able to have a lot of leadership positions within that. I think that'll help me in my career eventually and just really made my college experience way better.
Post and other Greek leaders were in the muck pit on Monday to help kick off Greek Week.
It's a tradition that we've been doing for several years, but recently it's been in the fall, and this year we moved to the spring semester. I love to see chapters when they can work across their chapters, when they're not just going to their own chapter events, but they're like developing relationships with other chapter members.
Tuesday's big event was a scavenger hunt throughout the houses, and Wednesday's big event is a canned food sculpture competition. Greek Week wraps up on Thursday with the Greek Olympics.
All of our student teams will be doing different relay races, a tug of war, or having a dodgeball tournament. So those are all competitions that they get points for, and then ultimately we'll crown a winner at the end of the week.
For Coyote News, I'm Quinn Messick.
The canned food sculpture competition is going on right now in the Muck Ballroom, and the Greek Olympics begin tomorrow at 7 in the SCSC.
The History Club is playtesting a role-playing board game and is looking for players to join in. The game is called Brine and Blood. Throughout the game, each group will have the opportunity to read letters that come from real life and relate to the events going on in the game. If you're interested in learning how to play, Brine and Blood will be played next Tuesday at 5 o'clock in East Hall, room 111.
Promoting Awareness Victim Empowerment, or PAVE, is hosting a yoga class next week. The class will be led by a professional instructor at the Wellness Center. The class runs from 6:45 to 7:45 next Tuesday. Next on Coyote Sports, men's basketball finishes up regular season with matchup against SDSU.
And Vermilion boys basketball starts regional play.
This is Coyote News.
Softball competes at the FIU Invitational. This is Coyote Sports. I'm Carter Van Ruler.
And I'm Nadia Castillo. Coyote Track and Field takes second place at Summit League Indoor Track and Field Championships. South Dakota men's basketball hosted Omaha and SDSU to close out the regular season. Jordan Crawford scored 26 points and Uzziah Bunton added 18 as the Coyotes defeated the Mavericks 89-72. Next, against the Jackrabbits, the Coyotes got off to a bad start and found themselves down 17. Crawford scored 17 with 5 assists, and Cameron Fentz had 17 points and 7 rebounds as the Coyotes pulled off a 75-70 victory. The Coyotes will take on Omaha on Friday in the Summit League tournament.
The Coyote women's basketball team was on the road against North Dakota and South Dakota State last week. USD won against North Dakota 80-66 on Wednesday. Angelina Robles scored 17 points, recorded 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Coyotes then took on SDSU on Saturday and lost 82-49. Molly Joyce led the team with 21 points, and Elise Torobiatis grabbed 9 rebounds. South Dakota will take on Denver in the Summit League tournament on Friday. The Summit League released their end-of-season awards yesterday. Molly Joyce was named the Women's Newcomer of the Year. Angelina Robles was named to the All-Summit League first team, and Joyce was named to the second team. On the men's side, Cameron Fentz was named to the All-Summit League first team, and Jordan Crawford was named to the second team. The Summit League tournament starts tonight, but both Coyote teams don't play till Friday.
South Dakota Track and Field competed at the Summit League Indoor Championships in Grand Forks. The Coyotes took home a total of 12 individual titles. They also secured the top 3 spots in the women's 800 meters, with Berkeley and Golland being the fastest, and the women's pole vault with Marlene Mula clearing the highest bar. Coyote News' Alyssa Bott is live in the muck with a Coyote runner following her 60-meter hurdles victory. Alyssa?
Thanks, Nadia. I'm here with Sophie Amon after she received her Summit League title. Sophie, what has your training looked like leading up to this point?
A lot of technique practices, just a lot of work this season. Yeah.
So what helped you contributed to achieving your personal best?
I've been focusing a lot on being consistent this past season. My last indoor season wasn't how I would like it to be consistency-wise, so I think this semester and this season I've been really focusing on that. So.
What made Nebraska's meet different than the other meets to achieve your personal best of 8.36 seconds?
I would say just focusing on my technique and not getting in my head before the race. I was just really focusing on all my cues, and that really helped me. So.
What was the atmosphere like at the Summit League Championships before and after you placed first place?
It was really still before I ran. I was really, really focused. I think more focused than I've been for any race. And then after, it was just so exciting to be there with my team. And after I saw that I won, it was really exciting.
Did you have any pre-game rituals before those meets?
Nothing specific, just running through my race and just going through my cues in my head. So.
And how long has track been a part of your life?
Since freshman year of high school. So.
Thank you for being here, Sophie. Live from the muck, I'm Alyssa Bott.
Thanks, Alyssa. The team looks to transition to the outdoor season now with the Wildcat Classic on March 28th.
South Dakota softball traveled to Miami, Florida for the FIU Invitational over the weekend. The Coyotes took on Harvard, Fordham, and Florida International, where they won their first game, lost the next 3, and tied the last game. Autumn Iverson hit a solo home run in the first game, and Madison Evans was the winning pitcher for the game. Abby Brown went 3 for 4 in the final game with 3 RBIs, including a home run. The Coyotes will be back on the field at the Colorado Classic this weekend.
Women's soccer kicked off their spring games in Minnesota over the weekend, where they took on Minnesota State University Mankato. The Coyotes defeated MSU 1-0, with Gabby Ryan scoring the lone goal. USD's next game will be against Drake on March 28th. Football coach Matt Vitzthum has announced his first change to the coaching staff, bringing in Heath Parling to be the new quarterbacks coach, a position previously held by Vitzthum himself. Parling comes after having spent the last 4 years coaching quarterbacks at Upper Iowa.
Intramurals are kicking off for the spring season, including 3-on-3 basketball, softball, and volleyball. The deadline to register for these events is March 12th. Tennis, golf, and outdoor soccer will begin in mid-April. To sign up for intramurals, visit imleagues.com.
Vermilion boys basketball kicked off region play last night against Elk Point Jefferson. Luke Jensen scored 20 and Trey Hansen had 14. The Tanagers defeated the Huskies 74-37. The team plays Friday night at Lenox with a spot in the Sodax 16 on the line. That's it for Coyote Sports.
When we come back, we ask students about their favorite unusual food combinations. Stay with us.
Vermilion Farmers Market welcomes everyone in the community, from shoppers to vendors, nonprofits, and even pets. Each market day features fresh flavors, unique finds, and friendly faces. The vendors offer a wide range of products, including meats, bread, vegetables, and crafts. The market's mission is to support local agriculture by providing access to homegrown goods all year long for the community.
Join us on selected Saturdays at the Clay County 4-H Center.
The Charcoal Sports Show, the hottest names and the hottest takes.
Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. where Charlie Preen and Cole Larsch highlight prep sports, college sports, Coyote athletics, and professional sports. We would love to hear your questions for us too. The phone lines are always open.
Tune in to the Charcoal Sports Show each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. to hear the hottest takes on KAOR Vermilion.
In the United States, approximately 6.3 million animals enter shelters every year. Of those, only 3.2 million will be adopted, and over 920,000 will be euthanized. Help put a stop to animal homelessness, save a life, and rescue your next best friend.
This is Coyote News.
Earlier this week, a crocodile was spotted in the coastal city of Newcastle, Australia, which is 1,200 miles south of their habitat in the tropical north. The croc was captured and is currently being cared for at the Australian Reptile Park before they determine where it should go permanently. The park manager theorizes that it did not naturally move its way south, but is actually a pet crocodile who was released after growing too big for a tank.
Spring can mean a time of change, rebirth, or just stressing for midterms.
We asked our Instagram followers, what's their mood going into spring?
Now, me personally, I really wish that I was just relaxing, waiting for spring break to come, but I am cramming for midterms right now. What about you, Kylie?
See, I would love to have a nice spring reset, get some spring cleaning done, but I do think it's going to be burnout season for me.
Let's see what the people had to say.
Me too.
Burnout. Spring break will come soon enough. Follow our Instagram page for more weekly polls.
Some people enjoy foods that might seem strange to most.
We asked students what their favorite unusual food combination is.
Here's what they had to say.
Taco John's, tacos with ketchup. Pickles and ranch.
Grilled cheese dipped in applesauce.
Noodles and warm milk.
Celery and peanut butter.
Chick-fil-A sauce and rice, mixing it together with chicken. Oh, it's too good.
Peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
I would have to say strawberries with Parmesan cheese.
Chips on sandwiches.
Probably apples and ketchup.
Like dipping toast in coffee or syrup in scrambled eggs.
Usually when I have hot dogs, I put mustard and ketchup on it.
Bananas and peanut butter.
Honey mustard and rice.
I used to dip my bread in honey mustard sauce.
Pineapple pizza.
Two sauces that I've had at high school a lot is called Boom Boom sauce and ranch. It's basically like a spicy sauce, just like blended together with ranch, and I think that goes really well.
Now, I don't know how unusual this is, but I'll put hot sauce on anything, and so think burritos, quesadillas, even mac and cheese sometimes, guys.
I feel like hot sauce does belong on everything. So, yeah. I put mayo on like my instant ramen. You all should try it sometime.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with the person who said grilled cheese and applesauce. It sounds like a textured nightmare, but I swear it tastes better than it sounds.
I think for me, it's like the lack of a combo. I don't like dressing or ranch on any of my vegetables, so I'm just a plain vegetable girl. No combo for me.
Well, that's all for Coyote News.
Pick up the Volant to see why Vermillion was named the best small town art scene.
Listen to 91.1 for news updates throughout the week and for coverage of your USD sports.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages for the weekly poll. Have a great night.